So we're recording. Welcome to the presentation, y'all, for Hempworx, My Daily Choice. This is kind of going to be lengthy, but it's going to definitely be really good information that everybody needs to hear. You can share this out to your friends, your family, your potential business partner, your potential customers, all right? So that's what this video is going to be about. And towards the end, I want to go through some daily actions on what you would be wanting to do to help grow your business. So, Ambosia, can you still hear me good? Everybody can hear me good? See me good? Okay. All right. So before I get started, I am going to be doing some screen sharing, but I want to just say, like, this is like, we have never really seen anything like this before, all right? And what I mean by that is the product, right, is very unique and different. The business is very unique and different. And the time of this is very unique and different. And let me just start by saying the product is unique. And what I mean by that is we have never really seen this before or had it. Back in like the 1940s, they were utilizing this product, and it was helping a lot of people, you know, become healthy and stay at that healthy point, right? And I'm not here to make any medical claims, right? Because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician or anything like that. I'm not here to say that we can cure or mitigate any diseases, right? But realistically, when you look at CBD, it's a plant-based product, right? So that's the first good thing. It's an organic plant-based product, right? This is not like, you know, your average vitamins or things of that nature, shapes, potions. That's not what this is, okay? Like, and that's what makes this very unique and different. Timing, okay? Timing is very important. So when you look at Nigeria, South Africa, and Ghana, we have to remember that this market is brand new. No one there has ever really seen this product. In America, it's only been 2 years that that we even had our hands on this product legally, okay? Because this is all legal, right? I want everybody to understand that too. Even in your countries, that's why, you know, a physical headquarters has been built in each country, right? To where though you can go and get those resources. You can walk in there physically, talk to people, interact with people, host meetings there, buy your product there, bring your family, your friends, your potential business partners there to help close your deals, because that's how you are really supposed to do this. And we're going to go into that toward the end. In the business, this business is something that we never really seen before when it comes to marketing online, right? Working online, businesses online. Like it's the fastest growing business in the world, right? Like they have some of the top income producers in the world in the industry in this company, right? So that is what makes this very, very, very important. And people, we have to all really pay attention to what's going on, because timing is important. So without further ado, I'm going to screen share so we can start going into the presentation. All right, so can everybody still see me, hear me? I see Ambosia. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Let me try to put this over here. All right, mute yourself again, Ambosia, please. I don't see me popping up. That's weird. All right, so I'm just going to get started and put this over here. So here goes the opportunity in the presentation. It's going to be a couple of slides or whatever, so be patient with me. Let's go through this together so everyone can get a better idea of what I'm saying. So you can actually see a lot of the back end of the business and all that great stuff. All right, so first slide is our founders and our CEOs. And let me move this back over here because I don't want to block nothing. I guess I could do that too. All right, so can everybody see that screen? We're good? All right, so these are the founders of this company, Josh and Jenna Sweigel. This company was founded in 2014, so it's been around for a couple years, so it has track record. That's the first thing that we need to pay attention to. And these two phenomenal people come from this industry, okay? And that's a really good thing because when they created MyDailyChoice, right, because that's what the company is really, that's the company's name, MyDailyChoice, and then Hempworx is basically a branch under MyDailyChoice. But when MyDailyChoice was created, it was created by Josh, he's the CEO, and his vision was to really change the industry and how people are paid out, right? Product and service. And most importantly, he wanted to have a debt-free company, right? And not just that, he wanted for people to be happy, right? Because when you look at the mass majority of this industry, a lot of companies don't pay out that highly. They don't, right? And they do that on purpose, right? They keep a lot of the money in the company. This company is like, well, no, we want to change the game. If you are willing to do the work, put the hard time in, we want to pay you up to 85% of business volume in your organization. And I'm not here to make any income claims, right? Because results vary through individuals that's willing to put the work in, right? If you're not going to put the work in, then you're not going to be compensated. There's nothing to compensate you on. All right. So keep that in mind as we go through this presentation. This takes work. Okay. This is not something that you can just, do and kind of show up here and there. No, this takes work. It's a business. It's a real business. All right. So these are our phenomenal leaders. Jenna, what I really, really like about her is that she's very transparent. I've never really seen CEOs, show up for their people and train them and pour into them, right? She takes her time out and do that. And she's one of the top #1 income earners in the world when it comes to multi-level marketing. She's almost at, and to remind you, I'm not making any income claims, okay? But I'm just giving people facts because that's all that I'm here to do. Documentation beats conversation, but she's approaching almost 2 million residually a month, right? And I'm not telling people that to press you, but to press upon you that anything is possible, right? And what I like about this is timing. It's still new. No one really knows. So we have so much opportunity. So much opportunities, even still in the United States. It's still a big market because it's new. All right, so I want y'all to keep that in mind. And I hope people are taking notes or getting a mental sense of what I'm saying. So that's the CEOs of the company. All right, let me see. So what we will be discussing today is products, compensation plan, MyDailyChoice, industry timing, and systems, okay? These are all the things that you need to run a successful business, right? And I want for everyone to keep in mind, what you see me doing is eventually what you want to duplicate into. If you want your business to grow and to flourish, you're going to have to duplicate me. And everything that you see, you get. All the resources this whole business is put together literally for everyone to come and lock in everything that you see right here, you get. Okay, I gotta stress that because some people might be thinking like, well, I can't create all this, or I don't have time to. You don't have to do any of that. All you need to do is present. That's it. Tell people and present. Simple as that. All right, so please mute. I don't know who just came on, but please mute. I'm not gonna. Hold up, y'all. Okay. All right. So again, we're going to go through product, compensation plan, my daily choice. If you're just getting on, please hit the little microphone button so you can everyone, Chris, somebody, everybody, mute yourself. I can't go on. I hear stuff in the background. Okay, thank you. All right, so again, we're about to go over products, compensation plan, my daily choice, industry timing, and system. Now, like I said, products, remember at the beginning, is unique, it's affordable, and there's a 60-day empty bottle money back guarantee for the product. That's really good, okay? Really, really, really good. Compensation plan, 85% payout, pays weekly plus monthly, high customer, like the retention rate for our customers, y'all, is very high. Like once you lock people in and get them to try the product, normally people keep buying. Now you still got 2 to 3% that they don't really enjoy the product, and that's okay. But when you think about that, 97% retention rate on your customers and business owners is huge. Okay, that's huge. My Daily Choice, like I said, was founded by affiliates, right? And they have a proven track record. They're debt free, right? So that's really good. So when anytime you have a debt free company, that means that anything really in the compensation plan, products, pricing, they don't change anything. Their shareholders are solid, right? And that means that, when it comes to merchants and all that good stuff, that's solid. And you don't have to worry about compensation plan changing or pricing for product changing or any of those things because it's a debt-free company and they make the decisions, okay? They make the decisions because they don't go off of, what a lot of traditional companies do in this industry. Industry timing, network marketing, y'all, is important, very important. And as we come into 2020, what people are going to realize is that it's going to be the new way of the world. So like social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, all these different platforms is not just built for us to get on and say hi to your friends. It's more to it, right? And what we need to learn is how to utilize. Somebody isn't muted. Mute yourself, please. So network marketing is important, y'all. So just please pay attention to that. Our social medias, you want to start thinking like turning it into a business, really. Like, because why not? Why not get paid for sharing information with people? Because that's all that we're doing. We're sharing this information. We're sharing a real product and service, right? And that could potentially get you customers and distributors, right? That's all that we're doing. Hemp derived CBD, right? Like we just said, this is the perfect timing for this industry. It's new. You're the first people to basically say that you have it. That's huge. I'm telling people, like, if we pay attention to where the market is going, and when you ask yourself, especially in the United States, what are people buying in the United States? They're buying this, like nonstop, okay? I promise. So the same thing is about to happen in South Africa, Ghana, right, in Nigeria. It's already happening, right? We see the pictures that I share and all the leaders share into the group, meetings and all this great stuff. We have to really put this mental in our mind and tell us, like, yeah, it's happening. So the next thing is system. This company gives us everything: websites, marketing system. I need. Why won't it let me mute him? If I can't mute him and I keep getting disrupted, I'm gonna have to remove him and allow him to watch the replay. So contact manager, what that is it's an autoresponder. It's an autoresponder, and it keeps track of everything that's happening in your business as far as leads, their contact information, their email, their phone number, so you can go into your back office and look at this stuff and call people, follow up with people, so this business keeps everything in order for you as you grow your business. And that's huge, okay? Because normally when people join businesses, they don't get any of that. You have to buy that stuff separately and connect it to the business that you're running. So if you're trying to scale the business, it's keeping track of everything, okay? So when I seen that with the system, I was intrigued, okay? So we got product, timing for the business, and system. That's what we need to run a successful business, all right? So just pay attention. Pay attention. So let's go to the next slide. And some of these I'm just kind of going to go through quickly. I'm not going to spend too much time because I don't want to hold everyone for too long, but I want to get this information out to y'all so y'all can understand what's happening. So in 2017, MyDailyChoice, and I'm just going to give y'all some company growth in their sales, right? In 2017, they did about $8 million in sales. That's pretty good. 8 million, that's pretty good. And they only had sprays when they did that, right? They didn't, the CBD, they didn't have CBD yet, right? This was one of the these were the first products, the sprays, okay? And we're gonna go over them too as we go through. But so they did about 9 million, that's pretty good, 8-9 million. In 2018, a year ago, when this product came about, and only in the United States really too, and this is what's crazy, this same company did $100 million. That's like 1,100% growth in 1 year. That's insane. No company online is doing that. Nowhere even close, okay? I need for people to really pay attention to this because documentation beats conversation all day long, right? Like, and a lot of people, they don't know. They really don't know. So that's what I'm here to tell y'all. But pay attention to these numbers. Just this year, we're in November, we got 1 more month, but this company is setting around almost $500 million in sales. Think about that. 100 million, almost $500 million. Think about how fast that's crazy growth. All because of this. People want this because, and you have to do the job yourself of Googling what CBD does. So I challenge you to put CBD in whatever that you're going through, and you will see a lot of information about whatever that you're going through and how people are utilizing this product to help them, right? And like I said, I'm not here to say that we mitigate or cure anything, but what I'm telling you is to go Google it. So those are the sales for this company. When you see things like that, that should really get people, like ears open. Like, wait a second, did you just say how much? Look at the graph. Look at that. Numbers don't lie, people lie. Numbers don't lie. So don't let me be the one to tell you. Just look at the graph. So company growth, here we go. 1,100%. 1,100%. Record-breaking growth. That's the headquarters down in the picture. That's located in Vegas. 100% debt-free, founded in 2014. Like I said, and I'm kind of going back through, I already said a lot of these things, but you can just get a better view of this, right? Founded by phenomenal. One of the fastest growing multi-level marketing companies in the industry. So we're not just the fastest growing CBD, we're the fastest growing company when it comes to online marketing as well. In the world, okay? So when people say, I have the best company, I have the best company, show me. Show me, I need to see, right? If you have the best, then I don't have the best anymore. So who actually has the best? But mine is documented. Like, you can look this stuff up. Go to Google, look it up, right? Do some research. So that's a little bit about the company. We already kind of went through that. They were just featured in Forbes top 500. That's top 500 companies in the United States. That's really hard to do, right? Like, and they were recognized back in June. So that's a huge milestone. We have the hemp seal of authority. So only 13 companies in America have that out of thousands of CBD companies. And that means our product is clean, it's compliant, right? And it has really no additive. Can you please mute? All right, so the next slide is business models that work. So some people might be thinking like, I've never done anything like this, and how, what's the concept behind this? How does this work? And why does it work? So let's just start with traditional companies, right? Traditional companies go for paid advertisement through TV, celebrities, radio, billboards, promotion, that's how they promote their product, right? So as they do that, that's how they gain their customers, right? That's how they make money. My Daily Choice in marketing online is people to people, right? People to people. So it's about sharing, right, to the next person, talking, interaction, relationship building, right? So they pay us to do the advertisement. They don't pay the news, big corporations, celebrities. They don't pay them. They pay us to do it. It's faster through us anyway, right? And it means more, because having a relationship and talking to people means more than a person just sat behind a TV watching a commercial and they're like, bing, I'm gonna go buy that. It means more, it's more personal. So I love marketing online, right? Because of the power of it and what it does, right? It allows us to be at home or on your phone, right? And interact with people. It's so powerful. So once people realize that our social medias are more powerful than what we think or even know, it allows you to go ahead and grow without leaving your home, right? Like, think about that. Because a lot of people think about this type of marketing like, but Fred, I don't know anybody. Or, but Fred, no, that's what these are for. No one really personally knows me. Y'all are getting to know me as the time goes, right? But I met everyone from this. I didn't leave my home. So when people say, oh, well, I don't know if I can do it, yeah, anybody can do it. Anybody. All we have to do is open up our mouth and tell people. That's it. That's it. I mean, it's a little bit more to it. You want to get to the point of doing like presentations like this, or, bringing people together in a nice group and setting them down and showing them, right? Show them proof, show them product, Show them because it means more. So that's what this is. That's how this works. That's how the company allows to pay us out. Because some people will ask, well, how is the company allowed to do this, right? Because that's how. They don't pay those people, they pay us. And it's phenomenal, right? So, and I'm sorry, my phone. All right, so next slide. Oh, I'm going too fast. Sorry, y'all. I'm going too fast. So again, so let me bring this down a little bit. I'm so sorry. So hopefully y'all can see that. All right, so business of the 21st century, and I just went over this. So look at these numbers real quick, because some people never really seen marketing, network marketing. They've never seen it, and that's fine. But I just want to give y'all some numbers on how people become successful. Like, I'm just being honest, because it's not in our jobs. Okay, now if you're making 6 figures, 7 figures from your job, that's really great. Continue. You must love what you do, first off, and that's great. But let's be honest, the average person, the majority of people don't even really make nowhere near 6 figures in a year. Nowhere near it. Okay, it's low 5 figures that the average person is making, realistically. So when we look at people and we ask ourselves, like, how did they do that? Or how did they make this money? Or what are they doing? Well, we know the NFL, right? We know football, we know the music industry, right? NFL, they make 9.5 billion. That's what they bring in a year. Music, 16 billion. It's pretty good. So if you sing, rap, play guitar, or whatever, that's, you can tap into that market. That's what they do in a year. Video games, big market too, 67 billion. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Movie industry, 80. Okay, organic product, 91. That's insane money. And network marketing is $189 billion. Like, are y'all kidding me? This is how people are making this money. This is how we set ourselves free. Realistically, right? Let's be real. Yes, it takes work. Yes, it takes dedication. But like anything, you think the people in the NFL, you think they play football and they're professionally at it, they're really good at it by just not really going to practice, not showing up to meetings. They kind of just eat a lot and just sit around and wait until the season of football come around and then they go out. No, they're practicing, they're training all year round to become that professional, right? Like, you only can get good at something if you're doing it. If you're doing it and failing and failing forward to get to that point of success that you're looking for. It's the only way. All right, so please let me be the one to tell you, these numbers are impressive, but it takes work. It takes work. But I'd rather work for myself and do something good for myself and help somebody in their health and wellness journey to take their life to another level, right? To get to that point of that, to even get 1% of that 189 billion. That's a lot of money. And I'm gonna be honest with everyone. 6 years ago, I had no idea. I never knew that last bar, I never knew that existed. The last 2 bars, honestly, right? I knew about the NFL industry, the music industry, the video game industry, the movie industry. I never knew that there was a network marketing industry, that people were utilizing their social media to grow their business, to bring influence and bring people back to them to see their product and service. Never knew. Found it by accident, okay, y'all? I actually, 6 years ago, and I'm gonna tell y'all this quick story and then I'm gonna keep going. 6 years ago, I woke up. This is how I found network marketing. I woke up, I got on Facebook, and I started strolling down, and I seen this girl named Jasmine Nicole holding money in her hand. And I'm like, what is she doing? Like, what is that? So I inboxed her and was like, miss, like, what you doing? And she exposed me to network marketing, basically. And then I started going through her friends and looking, and because I wanted to see other people doing it. That was important for me. Like, I wanted not to just see her, I wanted to see other people, and I did. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, that's powerful. So I started to learn instantly. I was highly intrigued because I thought in my head, the only way to go out and make money was to go work at a job, punch the clock, right? Work your hours, go home, you know, cook, take care of your children, whatever that you got going on, go to sleep, repeat, do it again. No, that's what we call you running around in circles, because you're going to look up, we're going to be 40, 50 years old, still doing that same thing. That same thing. Bank account really stagnant, not really growing, because what I've learned about a lot of these jobs is they give you just enough to pay that bill, and then you got to keep repeating the process. So that keeps you coming back. And don't get me wrong, it's some really good paying jobs out there. Don't get me wrong at all. Like, let me give you an example though. My grandmother is a retired nurse, okay? And that's a nice position in America, right? Or anywhere. Now that she's retired, her retirement check does not barely pay for anything. That's crazy. So she has to live with my mother, right? Like, so do we really think that's living? You work, my grandmother worked all these years helping people, picking people up, doing this, doing that, to retire, to live basically that, can't travel, can't do anything. That cannot be life. We have a disconnect. We have a disconnect. And that's the disconnect. We're missing this. We're missing marketing. We need our own businesses. We need a vehicle to take us from A to Z. And it's going to take time. This is not something that you're just going to come do and, you know, money is going to fall out the air. And no, this is a real business, right? It takes time. But I would rather build something like this up for myself and my family, right? On the back end of things, while you work your job to, you know, you got to still work a job. Jobs are important to fund your dreams, right? So you can get to that point where you can say, okay, I supplemented this income of what I was making from my job with my business. Now I could take my business full time, start traveling, you know, helping people grow, doing these certain things. So just keep that in mind, that our jobs is not what we think. Please, because a lot of people think that, and they think, oh, when I retire, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do, no, you're not. It's impossible, basically. And it's set up like that, and a lot of people don't even realize it. But as I see my grandmother going through her transition, I'm saying to myself, like, this cannot be real. That cannot, how is that even possible? How? And most people don't have that type of job title. Think about that. A retired nurse. Most people have regular jobs, okay? So imagine retiring from that regular job. You're gonna be in trouble. That's why you see now when you go into your local stores and stuff and you see the greeters are 70 years old plus. They had to go back out and work because they don't have a person like my mom to take my grandmother back in to help her. Most people don't have that. So they got to go back out at 70 plus years old and go back to work. No. So let that sink in, because that's important. So let's continue. These are our products. All right, and I have some of these products right here, so I want to show y'all because they're phenomenal. I don't really have all the sprays because I didn't feel like getting them all. So I got what I like, what I really enjoy, and what my family is enjoying, and my pet. So I want to show y'all that. So the first thing I want to show y'all is the coffee, right? So we have CBD infused coffee, okay? And this coffee, if you are a coffee drinker or you know coffee drinkers, this is the perfect product for them, okay? And it's instant, okay? So comes in packets, right? All you need to do is get a hot cup, pour your packet in, right? And then we have the creamer that goes with the CBD, and it's keto creamer, okay? So this creamer and this coffee together is what, 10 milligrams of CBD together, And let me tell you, these two together, phenomenal, phenomenal. You like, because some people don't want to take the oil, right? Some people don't want to take the oil. That's fine. You can have it in your coffee already infused. Very powerful product. If you know anything about coffee, coffee is a product that's like crazy selling. Okay, anything coffee, people love coffee. Period. Period. All right, so that's one of the products that I enjoy. Another one is the gummies. We have CBD gummies, and every gummy has 10 milligrams, and you get 45 gummies equaling 450 milligrams in a jar. All right, so every gummy is 10 milligrams, and what you would do is I'll take one in the morning, that's in the morning, and then I'll take one at night, and that's 20 milligrams in one day. And I'll go through towards the end what CBD has done for me and what it may, help me with towards the end of the video. So I'm not going to go into detail. I just want to show you our product. So got gummies. We have CBD for the pets, oil, okay, and dog biscuits, okay, for the doggies. My dog loves it, okay. I cannot make any of this stuff up. Like, if I told him to come here right now and gave this to him, I'm gonna show y'all at the end like how he reacts to this. This is crazy. I'm telling you. So it helps humans and our pets. It's highly beneficial to both. You can give this to cats, dogs, horses, animals. Okay, anything with a spine, you can give it to. All right, it's beneficial. I already showed y'all the spray, and y'all see the sprays down here, and we're gonna go through some of the sprays once I get to that slide. But I just wanna point out to y'all that my favorite one, because a lot of people always ask me, like, Fred, what's your favorite spray? It's called Brain, okay? And this helps improve memory. It helps build brain focus, clarity. This is a very, very powerful spray, okay? And this is a vitamin spray, right? 98% absorption is not a pill. When we take pills as vitamins, our body is not absorbing it really at all. It's like 30%. It's like really low. So with sprays, the intake is like 98%. It's phenomenal. So, but Brain, so if you can see that, is my favorite. Like seriously. Obviously we have a full spectrum CBD oil. Okay, and we have the isolate. So, and we're going to get into that as we get to the slide, but what it means is one has THC, right, and it does not get you high. It has the legal limit of 0.03, and this one is no THC at all. So we have both versions, and I'm going to tell you how they work, what they do for me, right? Because I can only tell y'all what it do for me. I don't know what it's going to do for you or whoever else, right? But I can tell you that it's going to do something for sure. So, but just pay attention. We're going to get back to these because these are the important. This is why we're here for this. The last couple of things is we have, I'm dropping stuff, CBD bath bombs. Now, when it comes to South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, when it comes to this particular product, I'm not for sure yet if it's coming. I would think that it's coming. And this is kind of what one of the bath bombs look like. And this is citrus, and it smells amazing. So I don't know if y'all are getting these and people just drop these in their bath, water, and it, it's infused with CBD and it relaxes them. And it makes your skin soft. Women love it. Love it. All right. So that's a little bit of the products. Like I said, I didn't bring the sprays down, and I didn't bring the creams. I actually have creams as well. So we have CBD creams that's topicals, that's infused, that people could rub on their skin if they didn't want to take the coffee or the oil, but they still wanted to see, how could CBD benefit them, but they didn't want to take it orally. They can rub it on their skin, and I didn't bring that down. So, but you see it here in this picture. It's called Relief. Okay, and it's like a Bengay type of cream, but it's infused with CBD. Very powerful stuff. Okay, so people that do like massages and all that good stuff, that's the good product for them. Or people that's having like, leg or, you know, arm, elbow, or something aching, people rub that stuff on and it gives them relief. Okay. Still not making any medical claims. I got to keep saying that because that's important with this. And y'all are going to have to say the same thing because you can't make any claims. You don't want to be out here making no claims, none of that, right? We have to stay compliant. This is a real business, right? And people watch, okay? People do watch us, right? You got governments that watch, all different types of things. So staying compliant is really what you want to focus on as well. And you learn that over time. So that's the product. All right, so here goes the sprays. So some of y'all might say, well, I don't really want to deal with, I don't really want to, let me bring this down. I don't really want to deal with, you know, the CBD. I'd rather just do the sprays, and that's fine. So let's go through the sprays. So we got 6 sprays: Shield, Boost, Brain, Trim 365, Sleep, and Peak. All right. Shield is basically, it's like a blocker, okay? And it helps basically pH levels, it helps build immune systems. Let me give you a story behind it because I've used all of these except for Trim 365, okay? That's the only one that I've never used. I've had distributors and customers that have, okay? And I'll give you a testimonial on that, but it's gonna be brief. But Shield, so my son, when wintertime is breaking into spring, my son allergies goes crazy. His eyes get really big, they start watering, nose start draining every single year, okay? And I take my son to the doctors every single year and they give him something different prescribed to him every single year that does not work. So this year was my first year of having this, and I actually have the Shield right here. So people think I'm not, you know, some people might be like, I don't know. I actually own it. I have it. I gave it to my son this year. I didn't take him to the doctors this year. I'm like, no, you know what? I have this product. Let's try. Let's see what it can do for him. Gave it to him. Woke up the next morning. No more puffiness. Eyes not running. Nose not running. And I said to myself, that's crazy. That I done been to my son is 8 years old. Out of all the years that he's been born, he's been to the doctors at the same time of the year, every year. And every time they prescribe him something, it doesn't work, right? Gave him this Shield spray this year, and this is crazy. This is a real story. One time I gave it to him. The next morning, woke up for school, good to go. That's insane. So that's what that spray is. That's what it does. It basically shields your immune system, especially if you're consistently taking it, right? And how you take it is, I'll show you after I go through all of them. I'll show you how to take it. But so that's what that does. Boost is a natural energy, right, with coffee bean. Let me tell you about that. So when I have a nice size yard, okay, and I have a push, when I cut the grass, I push my lawnmower, and I have a front that I cut as well. So I got the front and the back. The back is bigger than the front, but it's just, it's a nice size yard. It takes me about 2 hours to cut my grass. I took this Boost, and let me tell you, I felt the energy, but it felt natural. Like when I drink Red Bull or Monster or something along them lines, when I drink it, I feel the energy, but it feels like my heart is like coming out my chest. When I take the Boost, I felt natural, but I felt the energy. And then it lasts for a while and it didn't crash me coming down. That's crazy. Another story with the Boost. I have an 18-year-old stepson that plays basketball, and he plays a lot of basketball. He plays AAU, and he plays for his high school. So he plays basically almost all year around. Gave him this stuff before his game. He's flying up and down the court, right up and down. Because think about it, you don't really want to give a person a Red Bull before they go play basketball, or a Monster before they go play basketball. So I was like, well, why not give him some natural energy spray? Why not? Let's see what it's gonna do. And poop, poop, poop. And he takes it every time he goes to a game now. Think about this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Phenomenal. Brain. We already went over that. That's my favorite, personally. For me, personally. It's my favorite. It helps to improve focus, memory. That's powerful. That is powerful. Like, and it tastes really, really good. It tastes like berry. And the sprays, that's another thing y'all want y'all to understand. They taste very good, okay? They don't taste like, they taste like fruits, and it's crazy. So you have to experience them. Trim 365 basically cuts a person's appetite. It curbs it, the sugar, the sweets, and it allows them to not really want to eat. So if they are trying to lose weight, they would just spray this in their mouth, right? And it'll curb their appetite. Phenomenal testimonials out there, people losing 5-10 pounds in a week. In a week, that's crazy, right? So that's what that does. I've never tasted that one or tried it because look at me, I'm little. If I take any Trim 365, I'm gonna fade off the earth, right? So I'm not touching that. But it's phenomenal testimonials out there on that. Sleep. Sleep is probably one of the company's top selling sprays because of what it does. It helps you go to sleep, and it really actually works. It's crazy. At the beginning of this school year, back in September, my son coming off of summer, all wild and crazy, haven't really slept for like 2 months because, you know, summertime, you're just out there, you're at the beach, you party, whatever, right? So when school time came back around, my son is like, I can't go to sleep, Dad. I'm just up. And I'm like, oh, no, no. Oh, I got you. I got you. Perfect timing, too, for me to try the product because I don't really have issues sleeping because the CBD helps me sleep. And we'll get into that once we get there. But gave him this sleep spray. I read the back of the bottle. It said it should work in about 15, 20, 30 minutes. Gave him the sleep spray. I said, let's see. And only gave him 3 squirts. Went back in the room in the first 10 minutes. He was, you know, still kind of up, just, you know, I'm like, all right. Went back in the next 15 to 20 minutes. He was out, okay? Out, sleep, done, okay? So when I seen that, I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's a lot of people in this world that suffer from not sleeping. They can't sleep. Or if they go to sleep, they can't stay asleep, right? And then when you take this product, sleep, it helps you go to sleep. But this is the good thing. When you wake up, you don't feel like you just like, cause some people take sleep medicine. And I know when they wake up, they probably feel like groggy and just like, with this, it's like it puts you to sleep. But when you wake up, because I can tell with my son, I paid attention to when he waked up to see if he was like, oh, I'm still so tired. Because some things that keep you so tired, even when you wake up, you're just like, I'm still so tired. That's not good. So when he wakes up from it, he's energized. And I'm like, that's great. I like that. I like that. And peak, fellas. I know we got some men on here, okay? And with peak, let me tell y'all something. It helps boost the immune system. And it helps boost libido. Okay, men, even women, but men, I'm telling you, you're women, and hopefully we ain't got no kids on here or nothing, but Dear Etler Velvet, like Google that, right? But it helps build libido. And when I notice, so people that work out at gyms and stuff, that's working out, that product is what they are looking for. All right, like it gives you energy, it builds libido, and helps boost the immune system. So anytime a person wants like the trim, they would want the peak and the boost as well. They would want that in a package. So they would want the boost, the trim 365, and the peak together. Because if a person is curbing their appetite, they need to put back the peak in them. They need to put the peak in them. And then the boost helps them with energy. So all 3, and and they can take them all at not one time, but gap the time out, right? but you can take them all, you know, and be fine. But they all coincide with each other. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's the sprays that we have. All right. And that's kind of what I've experienced with them all so far. So let's keep going. So obviously the CBD industry is booming. Okay. Like, and it's going to do nothing but like keep going up and up and up and up and up, because this product does so many different things to the human body that is going to benefit a lot of people all over the world. And with MyDailyChoice / Hempworx, what they have done is they have positioned themselves in this industry first. That's why they have 20% market share when it comes to this industry as a whole. That's almost of half of all of sales in CBD. 20%. And probably we'll close this year out at probably about 30% market share. So I'm telling that to the people that understand business, right? Timing, because let's be honest, you know, you see other companies and product and service and brands and all that great stuff, but no one never asks, hey, what market share does that brand or product have? No one asks that question, and that's the most important, because if you don't have any market share, you ain't got no business. If the brand ain't carrying, you ain't really got a business. Like, yeah, you know, but no, market share is important, right? 20%. I think by the end of this year, they'll be at about 30%. This industry is estimating to go to 22 billion in the next 2 years. That's phenomenal growth. 22 billion in the next 2 years, not 20 years, 2. That's insane. That's crazy amounts of growth, okay? Crazy amounts of growth. And that's why you see us, like people like Larry and Bozier, Chris, me, you know, all the people, you know, a lot of people. We're very like, pay attention, y'all, pay attention, because this is our time to take generational wealth for our families, build legacies. It's our time. This is our time. We have never seen anything like this. Yeah, maybe the sprays, right? Maybe we've seen some companies with some nutrition sprays. Yeah, that's fine. But CBD, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna need for everyone to really pay attention. All right. History of hemp. So I ain't gonna go too deep into this, you know, because there's a lot of information out there about what happened, and you know, over 10,000 years ago, they were using this. Okay, our ancestors, you know, they were using this to medicate. They were using this to balance their body. Think about this. And if you look back, there was no really big diseases, none of that. None of that. A lot of these diseases that people have in the big C word, right? Because we ain't gonna put none of that, we ain't gonna, you know, you get what I'm saying. A lot of this stuff is fairly new. It's fairly new. And I'm gonna be honest, even in like South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, a lot of the diseases in America, y'all don't even know about. And that's a really good thing. That's a really good thing. That means that, you know, what people don't realize is our food that we're eating, it is genetically modified, it's sprayed on. We're not using the bathroom regularly, right? It's crazy what's happening, but it's phenomenal that we have this opportunity to really change how we do things and how we heal ourselves. All right. So basically in 1937, Congress passed the tax law, right? Basically stopping the farmers from growing hemp. Okay, because farmers was growing hemp. They wasn't growing tobacco. They wasn't growing tobacco. So think about what happened. The government said, Nope, you can't grow that no more, because they knew the benefits of this. They knew. So they said, no, grow tobacco, things that causes the big C word, right? Things that, right, it kills people, right? Smoking cigarettes and tobacco. So do you get where we're going at with this? A lot of this was set up years ago. So once you understand what's happening, you understand that, wait a second, we're getting something back that can really actually help the masses. This is not a product like, hey, I got this juice. Would you like to buy this juice? No, that's not this. This is something that's highly important to our bodies, y'all. Highly important. And look at the chart. Just look at the chart. It tells you right here everything. In 2018, right, Trump signed that bill back in December a year ago to make it legal for us and the farmers to start researching and developing this product again, because we understand the benefits of it. It's not just, it should never been scheduled under a Schedule I drug. And let's be completely honest with everyone real quick before I move on. A drug is man-made. CBD is plant-based. This shouldn't even be categorized under a drug or a medication. It's a supplement. Think about that. This is not medication. It's a supplement. Medication is man-made. Plants, we didn't make plants, okay? A man didn't make it. It's grown from the earth. It was here for us on purpose. To feed us. Feed your endocannabinoid system. And we're going to get into that as well. It's called the endocannabinoid system. And every human and pet has this system. So basically what it's saying is, we're not feeding our body this. So that's why people are feeling crazy, sick, down, out, dark moments, right? Because I can't say a lot of these words, but you get what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying. People are going through some things in life that, yeah, it's not going to cure anything or take it all away, but I guarantee it can help suppress a lot of different things, So I highly recommend for everyone to start doing research on it and understanding that this stuff is not something that just popped up, and, oh, we got CBD oil. No, this stuff been around for over 10,000 plus years. They just took it from us. Your government, my government, everybody's government. They took it from us. Understand this, please. Look at the timeline. 1937 is when things changed. And when you look at the timeline from 1937 until now, look at what has happened. Look at our addiction rate. Look at overdose rates. Think about this. Everybody is putting something in their mouth. They get a headache, they popping something. Boop. They putting something in their mouth. They got this going on. They're taking this. They're taking that. This not working. The doctor giving you this. The doctor giving you that. We are human. We're human. Our bodies take in plants, fruits, vegetables. That's where our cure is at. It's not in what you think. That's crazy. So understand why this is powerful, all right? Because some people might say, well, how long has this been around? A long time. They just took it from us, and now we have it back. We have it back. So take advantage of that, because that's powerful. That's what makes this so powerful. All right, so some people might be saying, well, what's the difference between marijuana versus hemp? Well, there's a big difference. The big difference is marijuana, psychologically, when you smoke it, it alters the brain in a sense. Nothing bad though, because I smoke marijuana. Please let it be known. Yes, because it has a lot of benefits as well. The people that say, oh my God, no, it's a drug. Marijuana is not a drug, people. We didn't make it. We didn't make it. Like, we got to understand this. It has a lot of benefits, okay? So the difference between marijuana and hemp is hemp, what we have, and hemp is CBD, okay, because it's different, right? It does not get no one high, okay? You don't get that foggy feeling, because smoking marijuana can give you a little foggy feeling, but it's not doing anything crazy, right? And that's really the biggest difference. Marijuana gets you high, CBD gets you healthy. So when you look, most people don't want to smoke marijuana. And that's understandable, right? Because they don't like how it makes them feel. But it still has a lot of benefit to the body, period. I don't care what nobody say or think, or I know from going through this journey, right? And we'll get into that. But CBD has a lot more benefits for health-wise, right? And basically what happens is, yes, marijuana and CBD comes from the same plant, but what happens is as the plant is growing, CBD, they stop the growth kind of like before the buds start growing on the plant and the THC starts to grow on the plant. They take the plant and extract the oil. That's how CBD is basically made, right? They take it when it's basically still at its babyish form, and they take all the health benefits that's helping with a lot of different things and extract it. Marijuana is grown longer and they want it to bud out. Okay, so it wants to have leaves and all that great stuff. And then they take it, cut it down, and that's how marijuana. But I want for people to understand that both are beneficial, because a lot of people don't know. They just don't know. They have no idea. And that's our problem. We need to be the people to help people understand the difference between the two, because that's important, right? But to understand that both are highly beneficial, right? So take a great look at this chart, understand it, right? Because you're going to get people to say, well, is that marijuana? No, it's hemp. Now, if we let it grow for some longer time and let it get some more sunlight, it'll be marijuana. All right. So that's the difference, right? And that's how you can tell the difference, right? And like I said, CBD, if a person get a full spectrum, and we're going to go into that, I think it's the next slide, you get that 0.3% THC or less, but that's the legal limit to be mailed across the world to stay compliant. And for me, I take both versions. So I take a full spectrum and I take the isolate. So for me, it doesn't give you no high feeling or nothing. It really relaxes you. It helps you focus, and we'll get into all that. So definitely get a good look at this chart. Understand what the differences are, because there is a difference, right? But they definitely come from the same plant. Okay, so it's like you got the father seed and you have the mother seed, right? The mother seed is probably the CBD. The father seed is the THC. You bring them together, you get basically marijuana. Now, as it's growing, they basically stop the growth at a certain point, right? And extract the CBD, because at that point of growth, that's where all the great benefits and healthy, good stuff is. So let's go to the next slide. And hopefully that makes sense. So now let's talk about the different two types CBD that we have. And now we have a third type, and I'm gonna go into all that. So, but the main two that people see or know about or hear about is full spectrum, isolate. Okay, full spectrum basically means it has CBD, CBG, CBN, terpenes, THC. It's the whole entourage effect. This is the one that people would really want to go after, okay? Because this one is really where you see the benefit in CBD, okay? Like, seriously. And for me, I like this one the most. Isolate basically stands for just CBD, no THC, THC free, none, right? But if you look at the diagram, you see that all the bubbles aren't lit up, only one, but you still get that CBD. And that's good. It's because some people, they can't have THC in their urine or whatever. They take, urine tests for their jobs, whatever. So some people only can get this version of it to experience just the CBD. And this is called an isolate full spectrum. Okay. And hopefully y'all can see that. All right. And that's the difference. White top for isolate, that means no THC. Black top means it has the legal limit of 0.3% THC, right? So those are the two differences. Now, what is really phenomenal and what just happened recently is that the gummies are broad spectrum, right? And what that means is they react like full spectrum. So they have all those great things, but without the THC. That's phenomenal. So you get CBD, CBG, terpenes, CBN, you get all those great things, but without the THC, only in the gummies. That's really good. So you got 3 forms of CBD. You have full spectrum, broad spectrum, isolate. Okay, and those are the 3 differences between them all. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. And this is a little, what you see behind me right there is just a little graph to show you the differences and what takes out of it when you only have an isolate or a full spectrum. But like I tell a lot of my people and customer base clients, the full spectrum is really where you want to go. Like, seriously, because you get the whole plant. And that's what you want, right? Because you want to really experience what I'm saying. So, and that's really, don't get me wrong, the isolate does it too. Like, the isolate, my girl, she loves the isolate. Like, she loves it. I love it too, but I'd rather have the full spectrum, right? So just depending on the person, everybody's different, So let me keep going because I feel like I had y'all here for a while. So some people might ask, why Hempworx? Why MyDailyChoice? Why this? Well, a couple of reasons why. The first reason is farming. Our farm, we know where we are manufacturing and growing our hemp, right? And our farms are FDA compliant. That's huge, right? Like, some people, because when a person is growing hemp, you have to watch different levels and you have to understand, sunlight and, when the plant gets to that point where, it shouldn't have no THC or none of that, and it needs to be cut down and all that great stuff, the extraction. This company has it down pat. And that's what makes this very powerful, right? Like, people know what they're getting. So we have third-party testing through scientists. We can give this information out to our customers, our distributors, right? Because remember what I said at the beginning, documentation beats conversation, right? CO2 extracted and it's dry lighted. So basically what that means is when they dry the hemp, once they cut it from the ground, they dry it really fast. They don't hang it and let it sit there for months or whatever, right? That gains mold. So when they cut our hemp, they are immediately drying it and then extracting it from CO2. And that's the best method on how to extract CBD. And this information right here may not matter to a lot of people, right? Because we're not manufacturing it, but I'm just giving y'all why this is important and why this company and brand, right? Because a lot of companies that's out there that has CBD are using harsh methods to extract their CBD oil, right? Like, so they're using ethanol and all different types of things to extract the plant. and you don't need to do all that. But the CO2 extraction method is the most expensive way to extract it. So most people can't afford those machines, realistically. I'm just going to be real with y'all. So they take other ingredients to try to extract the plant to create their own brand or whatever. So what's happening basically is a lot of the product that's even in the United States, 70 to like 80% of the product isn't clean, it's not compliant, and a lot of it is not CBD. So people are buying hemp oil. That's the problem. They're not really getting real CBD oil, right? So I understand, like in, you know, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, the good thing about y'all market is we are the only CBD brand company that's there. That's huge, right? So y'all really don't have any competition yet. You don't have any yet. It's coming quickly too, because now your laws have changed. So now you're going to start seeing other people with different brands pop up, but you have to look at the situation like this. You're first there now. That's why timing is important for y'all. It's about to be time for us to really get this, take it, and go out here and really push, because I'm telling you, you don't want to wait until other people with different brands start coming into your country, because then they're going to be going after your potential customer base that you could have been going after right now. Timing is important, right? So from seed to shelf is what we can track all our customers, because we have something, and hopefully y'all can, I don't know if y'all can see that. We have a code that you can scan and track your batch on the product, and all your customers and distributors can do that as well. That's huge, okay? From seed to shelf, that is huge. So that's why hemp works, because of how it's extracted, how it's dried, third-party lab testing through scientists. The farm is FDA compliant. That's huge. And we know where we're growing our hemp from. We know that we're not getting it from China or other places, right? We know that it's coming from our rich soil, right? And we can monitor it. That's really good for a company, all right? So we basically have control over from seed to shelf, all right? So that just brings, you know, a really good, high, clean product. That's basically what it does. Because most people don't have any of that, right? They are putting together smaller brands, and they're basically trying to capitalize on the industry. And there's nothing wrong with it. I don't knock it. But if a person is going to be putting something in their body, it's important to know where it comes from, how it's manufactured, what they're putting in it, right? All that. And our CBD only has 2 ingredients. 2. That's crazy. And 3 if you get a flavor. So like for this one, this is peppermint flavor and this is cinnamon flavor. But the only 2 ingredients is, let me find it for you real quick. It's pressed hemp seed oil and hemp derived CBD. That's the only 2 ingredients in this bottle. So keep that in mind, all right? So that's what makes this different. And you're gonna wanna pay attention to when the market really starts to grow, and you're gonna start seeing other vendors and brands come into your market space. You're gonna see that their product is not quality, all right? So that's why Hempworx my daily choice, because you have quality. Oh, I went too fast. Sorry. So like I said, we got third-party documentation, 60-day money-back guarantee. All right, this is good. This is really good. That means that this company believes in the product so much that they say, hey, if you don't enjoy it, if you don't see any benefits from it, return it. We'll give you your money back. I think it's like 2% 1-2% people return rate. Think about that. That's crazy. That's crazy. 2% return rate, okay? So documentation beats conversation all day, right? So let's keep going. So like I said, the CBD comes in, you got two flavors and a natural. Me personally, I've never tried the natural. Never. I've never had that flavor. I never wanted to try it. I heard that it tastes like grass. Honestly, I'm just being honest. Like that's what people said to me that what it tastes like. I don't know. I've never tried it. Cinnamon is my favorite flavor. The peppermint is my girl favorite flavor and my children's favorite flavor. Mine's is cinnamon. Cinnamon only comes, no, oh, I'm sorry. You can't get peppermint in the full spectrum. That's what it is. So, oh no, you can get, so what it is you can't get the peppermint in the full spectrum. I'm sorry. You could get the peppermint in either one. You get what I'm saying. One of them don't, the one flavor don't come in the full spectrum. So peppermint doesn't come in full spectrum. Natural I never had, but cinnamon tastes really good. You can get 500 milligram. They have a 750 milligram and a 1500. 1500 I've never experienced, but I do know that it's very potent because I've experienced the 750 and that one was very potent. So for me, I go for the 500 milligram because that's what works best for me. For people that's dealing with, you know, severe different things, if it's severe, you know, pain issues or whatever, if it's severe, the milligram needs to be higher for them, okay? So depending on the person, their situation, that's how you would present that to the person, right? It's either, you know, but for me, 500 milligrams, and for a person that's just starting out, 500 to 750 is pretty good to start. Now, like I said, if they are going through a lot of different things, 1500 might be the right choice for them. As the milligram goes up, the price goes up. So keep that in mind. The 500 milligram is the cheapest way to go. 750 goes up by $20 more, and then the 1500 is $149 a bottle, USA money. Now, I want you to keep in mind that if you look at a lot of our competition, to get that same 1500 milligram, another company is probably selling it for 200, 189, 200, and we can get it to that same person for 149. So look at the savings, and they're getting a quality tested product with a 60-day money back guarantee. That's huge. So it's like nothing for them to lose. And this is another thing. Most CBD companies do not, and I mean most, don't give you a money back guarantee. Once you buy the product, you own it. That's it. They're not returning nothing. All right. Hempworx for pets. We went through that. Like I said, they love it. It comes, let me try to move this again. It comes in, oh, why did I just do that? I'm sorry, y'all. So it comes in 250 milligrams for the oil, bacon flavor, so it tastes like bacon for them, and 2.5 milligrams per cookie and the dog biscuits. Now, my dog is little, so it's either I give him the biscuit or I give him oil. I never have given him both because he's a smaller dog, so I look at it like, okay, well, you know, it's either he's gonna get a biscuit or oil. He loves it, he loves both. I've seen a big dramatic change in him because I have a min pin mixed with canine. And if you know anything about those dogs, They're little and they bark a lot. And like if anybody approach my house or anything along them lines, like he is going off, okay? Like no questions asked. He is going to go off. So when we give him the oil or the biscuit, it calms him down a lot. Now, when I did research on people that's giving CBD to their dogs that have older dogs, normally when a dog is aging, they get, lazy, they don't really want to play, they kind of want to stop eating, they don't really want to, interact too much, right? They're getting old. So what I noticed is the oil picks them back up like a new dog. It's weird, but it makes sense. It makes total sense, right? So a lot of pet owners, they're starting to learn about this because they understand, wait, I can give my dog a little longer life and a more healthier life, right? So I've seen a dramatic change, okay? And if I call him, and I'm gonna do that at the end just to show y'all, to give him some oil, like he loves it. And the dogs, if you see a dog interacting like that should tell people like, okay. Because some people actually come into the business. I've seen people buy the pet products, right? They see what it does for their pet, and then they start to ask themselves like, well, wait, if it's doing that for my pet, I wonder what it does for me. And that's how some people come into this business. They watch their pet do some phenomenal things, and then they start asking themselves like, I wonder what it would do for me. And then they start to try, and then they love it as well. So very powerful. It's very powerful. And then when you think about that, sometimes a person might come through the business from the pet side or the nutritional spray side. You just don't know. And then they might start looking at other things and say, well, let me try this. And they might just enjoy that. All right. So this is Hempworx topicals. They got Renew, Revive, and Relief. Okay. Renew helps with blemishes, acne, dark spots, different things, because CBD is good for the skin. It's good for the skin, okay? It helps with aging. Revive, it's the same difference basically, but it's more so used at night. And they do contain CBD, 0 THC in all of them, no THC in none of them, but they do have CBD. And the relief is the one that you really want to focus on. That's the one that people rub on for pain, and honestly, it's one of the company's top selling products, that cream, to your right. Maybe to your left, but to my right. I don't know how you're viewing it, but the relief cream is number one, top seller product for this company. Honestly, when I first came into the company, I thought it was the oils because of what the oils did for me. But as I started doing more research and understanding different things, I found that the relief cream was a top seller. So, and it makes sense. It makes sense. So topicals, so you have the choices of those. Hempworx coffee, we already went through that. You get the coffee, they got 3 different creamers. You got chocolate, hazelnut, and I think vanilla. And they're all keto, so really good. And the coffee is, it has, where is it at? I think it has chaga in it. So Google chaga, and it's spelled CHAGA. Chaga is a mushroom. It's a superfood. So the coffee has that in it as well. And let me tell y'all, the coffee, when you taste it, you can taste the freshness. It tastes organic. Like it's crazy, like phenomenal. So, and I be trying to tell people, if you haven't tried this coffee yet, try it. Phenomenal. Like seriously, with the creamer. With the creamer. You gotta do it with the creamer. Gotta do it with the creamer. No THC in the coffees or creamers as well. All right. When they did this, they had over 300,000 happy customers. When I checked, we were at like 470,000 customers. I'm gonna say that again for the people that's sitting in the back that don't understand business. 470,000 customers and only 70,000 reps. Think about that. So when you look at the ratio in numbers, that's a 1-to-8 ratio of customers, meaning for every one distributor, that one distributor has a minimum of 8 customers. Not distributors, right? And when you hear numbers like that, that right there should tell you that you have a long-term, real customer-based business. Think about that. That's critical. That's critical. That is the critical. Like when you look at a business, anybody's business, anybody's, especially when it comes to marketing online, multi-level marketing, whatever, network marketing, whatever you want to call it. When you look at a lot of these businesses, a lot of them don't have a real customer base. They just have a bunch of distributors running around acting crazy, right? They don't really have a real customer that's utilizing the product that don't have nowhere near needs of the business. They're just using the product because of they're enjoying it. That's what we call real business. And that is what people really want to look at. And ask companies how much market share do this brand product company have? Because that's what's really important. Market share. All right. Compensation plan. And, a lot of this, you're going to want to go through, when you sit down with yourself and look through a lot of this information, but it's crazy how we're paid out. Okay. And let me put the disclaimer out there, right? Because that's important. There you go, so everyone can see it. There's no guarantees regarding income, right, from MyDailyChoice. The success or failure on each affiliate, like in any other business, depends upon each affiliate's skill set and personal effort, right? That stuff is important. Think about what I just said. Like, so as people are in this group and we have, we got different groups that we're in or whatever, and we're sitting there, a lot of us really should be learning about CBD and what it does to the body and understanding how you want to position yourself and putting out a plan for yourself on how you're going to execute. For me, I utilize social media, right? That's how I grow my business. I rarely go outside my house to grow my business, but that's me, right? That's my plan. Your plan might be different, right? Like, and I'm gonna try to get into that too a little bit. But before I do that, up to 85% payout. That's not normal in this industry. That's not normal. Normally companies are trying to pay out no more than 30%. And that's high. 30, 40%. That's high. Okay. So 85%, that is like unheard of. It's unheard of. So when people say, I got the best compensation plan. No, you don't. Because I do. No, you don't. What I really like is that preferred customers, retail customers, and distributors all equate to volume. That's huge. Most companies don't look at your customer volume. They look at your customer volume and your distributor volume differently. With this company, it's all combined. They say, no, we're going to give you credit for the customers and your distributors. All the volume is combined. That part right there is powerful. So if anybody knows anything about compensation plans or you are in a business, understand what I'm saying. And this is a binary, meaning 2 legs to build, not 3x3. You don't need 3 legs to stand. You only need 2. That's logic, okay? I never, when I see 3x3 compensation plans, I run, and I run fast. They need to be binary, meaning 2 legs and they build down no matter what. No matter what. You don't need, right? And you're compensated off of, the those two legs as they're building down from your weakest leg. And I'm gonna simplify that in a few seconds. But up to 20% in the binary, that's huge. So you can make up to 20% commissions off the binary, off your weakest leg. Up to 10 levels of jumpstart commission, meaning you can make money off 10 levels deep in your organization of people you have never met, known, none of that. That's powerful. Global bonus pool, one-time rank bonuses, monthly rank bonuses, paid weekly, monthly, direct deposit, Bitcoin, and Pioneer payment options. All right. So what that means is if you don't have a bank card, if you don't have a bank card, you can get theirs. If you want to be paid in Bitcoin, you can. Or if you have your own direct deposit, you simply set that up so the company can pay you. So those things, and I'm not going to go too in depth because I had y'all here for a little while, but I really want to break a lot of this down for y'all so you can see it, right? And understand what's in front of you. And like I said in the disclaimer, it's going to really come down to hard work, building yourself up mentally, doing the actual work, right? Telling people consistently, right? Not giving it 30 days and you just fall off. And because I'm gonna be honest with you, that's what happens with most people in business. They come in, they do it for about a month, and then it didn't work. That's what they say. It didn't work. It's not going to work in 30 days. It's not supposed to. It's a real business. It takes time. As long as you're moving forward, learning different things, telling people, learning this business, you have no other choice but to win. Embed yourself into the information, all right? And that's how you make money. You got to get the skill set, right? You got to get the discipline, all right? So I got all types of electronics, so I'm so sorry. So this is the good part. This is what I like. So now this is the marketing system. Okay. Now, this is why this company is doing all of this, right? They are growing by leaps and bounds really, really fast. Okay. You get 16 marketing pages already built for you. Landing pages, capture pages, autoresponder, already built for you. Done and ready to go. All you got to do is share. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a company do that. Give you everything. Okay, everything that we possibly need. Resources, presentations, slideshows like this or whatever. Everything. All in your own back office. Never seen it from no other companies, really. And it helps this company do these type of numbers. It allows them to scale the business really fast and rapidly, right? Because we have multiple websites, capture pages, we have our sale pages, corporate websites, we have it all already built and made for you. And that's some examples right there. The autoresponder follow-ups with your distributors and your customers for you. So it basically what an autoresponder is it sends out automated emails like it's you, but it's not you, it's the company, it's the system doing it for you. That's powerful. And that's what people need in business, right? Because once you get to a point, just think about it like this, you had 3,000 people in your organization, you can't sit there and let's just say a promotion go out for some product or something. You don't want to be the person that has to, a lot of people don't even have an autoresponder. So think about it. There's no way you can go tell all 3,000 of those people, hey, you got a promotion coming up. You need an autoresponder. that's going to do it all for you from a click of a button. Boop, it's going to send it to all 3,000 of your customers, right? So that's what comes into this system. In your contact management system basically is people's emails, their phone numbers, and their name. And it keeps track of all of that, where they are from. So it shows a little flag and everything. It's very neat. It keeps everything organized for you as you grow your organization. If you want to, what I use it for is to go backwards and to basically, you know, call people or whatever, or, you know, connect with people that I've talked to or follow up with people. So it just keeps track of the business. It keeps it very organized, all right? So that's the marketing system, and you get all of that when you come into the business. All right, so getting started. So I'm kind of gonna have, I want Chris to go over that, but I'm gonna do that last, and then corporate training. So let me stop the screen share. All right, so basically, and I know a lot of people probably had to leave. They're probably like, this thing is long. Basically, what I want to do now is I kind of just want to open it up to you, Chris. I'm about to stop recording. The presentation is over. Well, no, I'm not going to stop recording. Chris, unmute yourself if you can, so we could go through pricing real quick. All right, so with pricing, we got 3 entry levels. Whichever level that you enter in will determine your payout at the beginning. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Chris go through that. Chris, you comfortable with doing that?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
What do you say?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Well, my service is just fucking up. What is it?